This is the new Brawler, and this is the Summer Challenge. I'm going to try beat the challenge with only the new Brawler. And of course, I crashed as soon as I started the game. The first match was in Hot Zone, and my bot had already died. This map made getting next to players really hard for Doug. So I kept on dying without doing anything. And I might have been the first person to ever get killed by Dynamite's Gadget. And no matter how hard my teammates carried, I couldn't hold the Hot Zone. So I took advantage of my Gadget to do more damage in the little time I got to fight. And I couldn't do much because I rarely got to use my super. So we quickly lost the first round. I went into the second round knowing my weakness. Even if I could not get close to my opponents, I tried to intimidate them into staying back. And my teammates used this time to gain points. And eventually, I launched an attack and it failed. And we kind of just maintained our influence in the Hot Zone. At least until my teammate just full sent. And then I somehow got my hand on a power-up. Finally, these gooey hands picked up something useful. So I quickly used my Gadget to help take out the enemy team. But I still died. I'm still mad that that super didn't activate. Even when I got to use my super, it was useless because I never died. So I just let my teammates camp in the middle while I just bullied my opponents and super chained so they couldn't kill me. And we actually ended up winning, but we still can't be happy because the next game was also in Hot Zone. But this game's start was a lot better because I was really effective against Frank. I helped my teammates by killing the Frank every time and they held Hot Zone until I respawned. And I was actually able to charge and use my super this game. But I also screwed up many times by going into Frank's super. But our team really knew what we were doing and he literally dominated. And I also used my attack to heal teammates, which is really effective. And Tick with the power-up is so overpowered. You do so much damage. And Doug's super is so built different, like when you know how to play it properly. And we finally won our second game. The next game was Knockout. And I swear, they picked the worst maps for Doug. I feel so violated. The only thing I was able to rely on was how OP this new Brawler is. So I used the Gadget and super to outplay my opponents. But as usual, my teammates started to throw the next round and died quickly. So I abused the Gadget on Bo. But life never goes the way you want it to, and the opponent got a power up. But as we all know, I'm just built different and I just easily outskilled him. Completely not luck. So that was the next win in the bag. And Supercell, really, we need more power points. The next group of opponents were throwing so hard. The Mortis died to a Tick and the Otis easily took out the Spike, who didn't even go behind cover, and we easily won. I still don't understand what's going inside the Spike's head. Like, he comes back and dies. First of all, who even had the idea of playing Mortis in this game mode? The next game mode was Wipeout, and I swear these maps just keep on getting worse and worse for Doug. Like, look at this. Like, how do you even play Doug on this map? There are no walls. I mean, I kind of juked out the M's and got a kill there, but like, I can't keep doing that. Well, actually, I can. I did get a few more kills like that. Just look at this. And the super also comes in really handy in this kind of situation. And the Brock doesn't even know what to do. But I did eventually die. But once I get a power-up, I'm kind of just unstoppable. I easily took out 2 other opponents with my super to save me. No one's stopping me from finishing this challenge today. The next game, I kind of understood my potential and I just sat there as a healer for my teammates when they got hit. But Nita's bear just ends everyone's dreams and I couldn't even heal as fast. But I did get revenge. And again. And after that, I kind of just went YOLO with the super. And then I got a power up. And one-shotting the Gene was just kind of clean. But once Anita picked up the power up, the turns tabled. Since we were tied, my team kind of went tryhard mode. I wasn't even able to heal the Gene enough. It just kept on throwing. Even if that loss didn't set us back too much, the next set of opponents were just so much better. So I just kind of gave up on that game. The next set of opponents didn't seem as good, but my teammates were surely worse. And we don't talk about the fact that I died. Oh my god, so hypocritical. Shut up. I kind of just became the team's heel. The game was going really sweaty, and I kept on getting some kills, but like, I eventually died too. And I refuse to believe that my super runs out exactly when I need it. It's so annoying. As usual, I used the power up to clean up my enemies after they got low. And that was so satisfying. And we finally won our game so we could move on to the next game mode. And the Brawl Ball map was actually good for Doug. And as usual, I always won the super chains because I normally played it better. On the other hand, I wasted my super by super shotting the Brawl Ball. Unluckily, the first goal did go to our opponents, but we did pull back. I allowed my teammates to deal with the ball while I just distracted the Doug, but we did get really close to losing the first Brawl Ball game. I tried to use the power up to play my enemies, but ended up dying. But since I used my super, I was able to bully everyone there in sight, and then I somehow survived. I'm still shocked by the fact that the ball actually made it into the goal, but we did win that game. The next game went pretty bad at the beginning because I got distracted by the other Doug, and the opponents scored into our goal. And then I kept throwing while the Mortis was playing really well. But somehow I killed the opponents that were near me and I scored because the Mortis passed. And the game went on pretty normal and we won. And all I got at the end was a pin. Wow.